Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening. Hello, mentees. Can you all hear me, please?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Hello. Oh, perfect. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to see more people joining in so we can kickstart today. It's 1 minute past 4 p.m. by my time. So we're 1 minute behind schedule. So we're going to kick off immediately. And to be sure, okay, we have about 20 participants on the call already. Okay, so good evening. My name is Goslav Kamalani.
And I am Delai Chidi, and we are moderators for the closing ceremony for the first quarter of Jiipcc mentorship program.
Thank you so much, Delai. So the both of us will be doing this fantastic work today for Jiipcc. So the General Intellectual Property and Creative Consult mentorship program has been simply flawless. I got to be part of this particular program some quarters, so I think the first quarter for this year, and it was simply amazing. I would always say that Jiipcc is a training ground for the next generation of superstars in their respective professions, because it builds the next set of leaders and professionals. Jiipcc has been a home to me. It has been a family. It's been a training ground. It's been a molding ground. A lot of things I've learned from engaging in this program. Delight, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Godslove. Jiipcc is a program that I consider to be a must-have for any professional that has value or has vision for themselves to gain more knowledge on their various fields. And I would tell any young professional out there not to sleep on this, because I promise you it's the best bet you can have, actually.
That's right. That's right. So one more time, welcome to the closing ceremony for the fourth quarter of the year 2023. We'll just take a few announcements and kick off to the closing ceremony proper. Please ensure you have a bottle of soft drink, rice, chicken for you to enjoy the closing ceremony. Do I have mine by my side? Do you have chicken by your side?
Maybe not chicken, but something else.
Okay, it's closing ceremony, by the way, so it has to be lots of party. It's been 7 weeks of outstanding learning, training, mentorship, and internship. So I think for today we can unwind and have some party.
Yeah, I agree with you, Godslove.
Okay, so mentees, do not forget that along the course of the call, we're going to have the session around that ceremony. We're going to have 3 minutes to introduce yourselves, talk about yourselves. I think you've been briefed on this, but we'll get to that. So we'll start off with a few announcements. Let's know more about this program that has been of immerse training and benefits to us. Okay, yes, the Jiipcc Mentorship Program is a quarterly program for students and young professionals across Africa. Guess what? We have mentored over 600 mentees across Africa from 2021 till date. And I think more than that, because once we add this batch, it keeps getting better. For this quarter, we ran 7 mentorship programs. We had the IP course in intellectual property, artificial intelligence and technology, fintech, health tech and law, data privacy and protection, entertainment business and law, the energy industry. We always seek to allow mentees the opportunity to access valuable advice, training, network, mentorship, internship, discussion forums, industry updates, and resource materials from experienced mentors. This program also seeks to encourage continuous training, development, and evolution in Africa and across the world. You can always watch previous classes or past classes or sessions by searching for Jiipcc on YouTube and Facebook. Check hashtag JIIPCCMIP. Till I take over, please.
Okay. After letting us know that Jiipcc is a program that I consider to be a must-have for professionals out there, it would be an error if I don't tell you the objectives of this program. Jiipcc aims at providing easy access to quality professional guidance, training, and resource materials for students, young professionals, and enthusiasts in Africa. It aims to facilitate dialogue and network among experienced and less experienced practitioners and stakeholders. It aims to transform mentees into mentors and leaders for the next generation. Jiipcc also aims to facilitate further mentorship, internships, scholarships, and job placement for the mentees. God's love. Okay, I think we lost God's love. So I feel Jiipcc
Okay.
program. Okay, he's here. He's back here.
Yeah, of course, I'll be here with you, darling. So, because this closing ceremony, I'm trying to ensure that my wine is chilling in the fridge. Mentees, do not sleep on the celebration because certificates are coming. So, do not forget that registration. The quarter starts in January. You do not want to miss this amazing opportunity. We have our fully online classes, of course. Again, we have the IP course, we have the AI and technology, the energy industry, fintech industry, health tech and law, patent drafting, blockchain, NFT and metaverse, data privacy and protection, entertainment, business and law, and of course, alternative dispute resolution. If you've had courses you've registered before, you've done before, come on, you can take a chill pill, return for another one. I've done 3 already. I'm coming for a 4th one. I've been saying this forever. I'm coming for a 4th one. So at Jiipcc, you're always welcome. You can keep taking courses until you feel, no, don't become a curse. Ensure that you're breaking curses by taking courses. Delight, how was that?
Words.
Hello, Delight. So, Delight, how about those who love to invite friends and colleagues to register?
Okay, I think knowing about Jiipcc and not informing your friends should be considered gatekeeping, because come on, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding the best bet actually? So I feel for everyone who is here that has participated in this program and has gained a lot from it, you shouldn't gatekeep. You should be able to inform your friends, inform your people generally, your colleagues about this program, and tell them that this program is available to them to learn on various courses. You could share the flyers of this mentorship program to your friends too. So yeah, God's love. That's what I feel, because it's very important.
Right. That's very, very correct. So please, as Delight has said, yes, Delight. I think, as usual, the network is really being a clog in our wheel. But for today's closing ceremony, we're here to have party. So nothing would stop us from having a great time. Okay, so please, mentees, it's closing ceremony. Kindly turn on your cameras. Let's see our faces. For the past few weeks, we've been hiding behind. I only have my mic unmuted, and we have our picture time. But for today's closing ceremony, come on, turn on those cameras. Let's see our beautiful faces. Welcome to the show. Do not forget to have our amazing mentors already on the call. So far, so good. We have Mr. Max on the call. We have Mrs. Miriam on the call. We have Mr. Solomon Okedia, my daddy, welcome, sir. We have Mr. Gabriel on the call. We have Mr. Benisa already. And closing ceremony, welcome to them. It's been simply amazing. Divine, you know, we have so many mentors in this program. Don't you think we should give a shout out to all these mentors? What do you think? It's not been easy.
Yeah, I think that would be lovely. So
Okay.
okay, as Okay, Godslove has earlier stated that we have lots of courses available at Jiipcc. So these various courses have various learned practitioners or professionals in this field, which have served as mentors for the Jiipcc mentorship program. For the intellectual property, we're going to give a shout out to Nosekara Wadier. Sorry if I if I murder your name. To Amel Tala Foda, Serena Duke Phillips, Christian Anyuku, Max Ikyombe, Linikele Usiobu, oh my God, Nirvana Talk Farai, Regina Onwumere, Sant Mbakalu, Ojonuka Aguda, and Christina Yesida. These are our mentors for the intellectual property course.
I understand with you, Delight. When we have mentors from across the world, you surely meet some unfamiliar names. Okay, so from the fintech, we have mentors like, thank you so much to Folarinwa Aluko, thank you to Lucian Yes, a big thank you to Mariam Hassan, thank you Damilola Akinayajo, Mr. George Onyewuchi, Christian Ngombo, Tunde Kelani, Senator Ihin, Gloria Omomosi, Emotu Balogun, of course, thank you to Victor Onyekere.
Okay, for the artificial intelligence course, a big shout out to Gabriel Udo, Idio Anna Salazar, Udumo Ali, Professor Francesco Lapenta, Felix Olobonyo, Gabriel Okorafa, and Matt Heve.
Thank you so much to our mentors in the Data Privacy and Protection course. Thank you to Matthew Saisi, Emmanuel Ekwere, Solomon Okedara, Ridwan Badmas, Sandra AK, and of course, Jadisola Esan.
We are ever grateful to our mentors in the entertainment, business, and law. Benis Ofunre Asen, Oluwaseyi Oruashebe, Amusa Shukurat Modupola, and Omotayo Alemeru.
Helen, please, are we still here, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, to show that we're still right here. Do not forget, it's still the closing ceremony for the 2024 fourth quarter of the Jiipcc Mentorship Program. And we're giving a big shout out to our mentors. From the Energy class, a big thank you to Etsulan Adu, Okuchuku Kelly Agbo, Egon Obo, Ayobami Dafe, Alexander Akolo, and of course, a big shout out to from the Health Tech and Law to Mr. Ebenezer Egwatu. Thank you so much, sir. So it's really been an amazing time with our mentors. They've done some serious work, and I know that our mentees have been wowed by the amount of mentors we've had over the quarter. Delight, how was your time as a mentee?
Well, as I said, Jiipcc is a molding ground. I think the most exciting part of my program was the fact that I utilized the one-on-one mentorship program. I think we'd still talk about that here, but that gave me access to my mentors personally, and I still get to talk to one of the mentors that Jiipcc provided me or gave me the opportunity to talk with. Aside Jiipcc giving me the opportunity to connect with one mentor, I went out of my way to connect with these mentors on LinkedIn, and it's been a lovely ride. It's been also trying to grow my my little Jiipcc has given me a room to network with the best in the profession. These are people that on a normal, because I'm still a student here. These are people that on a normal, when they invite them for programs in my school, a lot of people rush to like, oh, let them hear these people speak because they're like, you get. But Gypsy has given me the opportunity to not just speak to them or hear them from a distance, but then there's an opportunity to learn under their tutorship personally. So I must say, Gypsy is like the best bet. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. So please, I want to still call forth for our mentees to kindly turn on their cameras. Let's see your faces. Come on. Let's see your faces. So please turn on these cameras because it's again closing ceremony and we're having a swell time here today. So in a few moments, we'll be hearing from our mentors who have done a phenomenal job over the last few months, grooming us and training us to take over the future because that's the most important thing Gypsy does, trains young professionals to take over the future. So a quick announcement to all mentees. In the next few minutes, we'll be listening from our mentees to hear from you, to tell us about yourself and how well you're going to take this course. You've gotten the drift already so far. So at this point, let's quickly do something. Divine, Delight, we can do a picture time, right?
Yeah, I think we should do that now. Mentees, please turn on your cameras.
Okay. Can you all see me now, please?
Please turn on your cameras and smile. Oh. Someone's getting a certificate. Come on.
I'm still waiting for the cameras to come on. Are the cameras on at all?
Yeah, I can see a number of them putting on their cameras.
Okay, sir, that's fine. Okay, please, I hope I'm looking fine in that picture. It's closing ceremony. I need to be stunning.
We are done with the camera section, the video section.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dennis. I hope I look stunning in those pictures. Never mind, anyway. Okay, so Delight, please carry us through our mentees. Let's hear from them as well.
Sorry, can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Normally here at Gypsy during the closing ceremony, each mentee has 3 minutes to, speak on what you've learned during the Gypsy program. You have to tell us your name, what you're doing, if you're a student like me, or if you're a practitioner like Godslove, what you plan to do with the knowledge you learned during the program, what fascinated you the most about this program, to what end has Gypsy helped you? So basically we'll be calling like from the list of mentees that I can see here. I'll just reach out to anyone on the call. I think Abimbola is the most excited. So please, could you like tell us your name? I know your name is Abimbola already, and what you're doing, if you're a student or a practitioner, what you plan to do with the knowledge you've learned during the program, what fascinated you most about the program, what mentor resonated with you the most, and you were able to learn very well from. So Abimbola, over to you. You have 3 minutes.
Do you mean my Abimbola?
Yes, I mean your Abimbola.
Okay. Do I have to turn on my camera?
Sure, you should.
Okay.
I mean, your camera was on. That's why, like, I saw you at first. Yeah.
Okay, but I switched it off after. So good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Abimbola. I'm a graduate, LLM graduate. So I registered for artificial intelligence and data privacy. I think I showed interest in artificial intelligence because it kind of have a relationship with what I wrote as my dissertation topic for my LLM, that's software. So I wanted to see the relation between them because I did some reading, but I just wanted a space where I could get knowledge from. And I think I was able to. Then I discovered that I needed to know about data privacy because artificial intelligence needs data to function well. So I had to register. I never showed interest in data privacy at first. But I think the Jiipcc has exposed me to the relationship artificial intelligence has with IP and data privacy. That's the impact it has on intellectual property and the shortcomings that it has with IP and data privacy. And I think I like this Mr. Solomon, although he can be very, very thorough, and I kind of get scared when he is asking questions. And there was a day he asked me and said that Abimbola, and I was like, sir, I don't have any idea. And he was like, okay, say something. I said, sir, I don't have any idea. And he was like, okay, are you okay? You sound like you're not okay. And I think that's my favorite. Then I enjoyed Mrs. Sandra AK class too. I can't really remember, but I did some jottings, and I remember I enjoyed our class also. And Mr. Emmanuel Ewiri too. Then for my data privacy, although at a point I was for my artificial intelligence, I was having issues because you have to come across some science words, machine language, do some more readings before you get sufficient knowledge. But with the help of Mr. Gabriel, he really used to do a whole lot of insight explanation during this our classes. So that's, and what I would do with going further, now that I have interest in intellectual property, I think it will be of help. And since I have interest in not just intellectual property, but the aspect of tech, I think I've gotten a whole knowledge to build me, to start foundation, and I can build on it more. And I want to say thank you to Jiipcc for this opportunity on a platform of good. Thank you.
Oh, that sounded so nice. Thank you so much, Abimbola, for going through the Jiipcc process. I understand the Jiipcc effect. It's been amazing. So before we go further with our mentees, we have our keynote speaker on the call already. He's the co-founder of the Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship Program, and of course, the Jiipcc company. He's an amazing man, an incredible person, a man who can become a brother, a friend, a mentor, a leader, everything in one. A man of sometimes very few words, but really, really wise words. I'm speaking of the amazing Mr. Obo Joseph. Welcome, sir, for your keynote speech. The floor is yours, sir. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while.
Thank you so very much, God's love. And I want to really thank all our mentors and the mentees for putting in the work. And I'm so happy that we're at the final stage of this quarter, that's Q4. So much will be happening next year, but we can't go to next year without acknowledging the efforts that a whole lot of us, if not every one of us, have put in to make this program worthwhile. All the things that God's love said, I'm trying to think which part of it do I necessarily fit into. But today, I would consider myself an accidental keynote speaker. This definitely would have come true from someone else, but I'm here today to just share what I think and what I feel this program has actually been about. And I'll be sharing briefly on the power of collaboration. I can remember the first attempt to get Jiipcc running. It all started with an idea. From the idea phase, we had to start. We had to just try some things out to see what was working and what was not, and to have been able to get that process through. The very first mentee of the Jiipcc mentorship and internship program came through. I think that was through Facebook, and we now felt okay, it would be a great idea to scale up the intellectual property aspect of the mentorship program. And the thought process began. How would we move from one mentor, uh, maybe one mentee, to 10 mentees, to 20 mentees? And that journey started with collaboration. So I have seen that as the program has progressed, we've had collaboration at every stage of what we do. If you look at the teams that have been put together, the different aspects of the mentorship program, one thing that I can say cuts across everything that we do is actually the power or the act of collaboration. Much of the time, most of us may not necessarily know how powerful collaboration is, because when you put collaboration forward, it's not just about who the other person is becoming. It's also about who you are personally, who you are becoming as an individual. Collaboration would, in many cases, open up your mind to things that you necessarily would not have contemplated. Imagine the first message we sent out to Miriam Hassan, for example, who is one of our mentors for the FinTech program. That action in collaboration has yielded almost about 2 years of a very fruitful relationship with Miriam Hassan, even beyond the mentorship program. So that's just to say how powerful. Imagine we saw that profile on LinkedIn and we decided to click next or something, or we're too scared to reach out because we necessarily would not have known whether we would be getting a yes or a no. So you can tell that collaboration is the mindset of collaboration is that very first step that you have to take as an individual, or even as a company or as an entity, for you to make the kind of progress that you want to make. Some people have argued that there's a place for competition. Some people have argued that there's also a place for collaboration. In fact, you would find out that there are certain business cases that would favor competition over collaboration. But for what Jiipcc has been able to achieve in the past 3 years, we can definitely see that collaboration is far more better than having to compete. I wouldn't say that there are not other mentorship programs out there, or there are not other programs out there that do things that are similar to what we do, but we have been able to move forward without necessarily looking backward, because collaboration is the driving force of what gives us the ability to think about what the future would bring for the program. And that has been the engine, basically, the engine that has propelled us to move forward. There's this quote I once came across. I don't know if I would say it correctly, but it just primarily says that if you want to go fast, that you would definitely not be wrong if you are walking alone. You would still achieve certain things, when you're moving alone. But if you want to go faster, then you have to work together. So in practicing that particular mantra in the operations that we have, we've seen that the teams have done better working together. The mentees have done better working together. the mentors, it will surprise you to know that, not just on the platform, but our mentors also share a relationship beyond the Jiipcc program or the Jiipcc platform. So it just goes to show that collaboration is actually what drives the entirety of what we do. And I would want to challenge us as well. You can do anything that you want to do. You can do absolutely anything if you are willing to first reach out and if you have a collaboration mindset. And another thing I would add, basically, that is at the core of collaboration is the fact that you have to get to that point where you have a giver's mindset. You necessarily don't have a taker's mindset, because that's very key. Some individuals might think that you trying to run forward, you need people on your team. You just thinking of things from the angle of what can I get, not necessarily what you can give. The whole Jiipcc idea, as beautiful as it seems now, was born out of the desire to be able to raise a new generation of young people to access information that will better their lives in areas where the university system may necessarily not have taken into consideration or taken into account. So that's what Jiipcc has done, so far, and we are very excited of the giant strides. And I must say also that if you find yourself to be a mentee under this program, you can take this statement to the bank that you've been mentored by the very best. I would use Mr. Gabriel, for example. He's a mentor in the artificial intelligence aspect of the Jiipcc mentorship and internship program. If you know the amount of research that he has done personally on a global stage, the people that he has had cause to meet with, the top minds of professorial levels across the world that he has interfaced with, he has researched with, then he brings all that corrosiveness into maybe a 1 or 2 to 3 hour session, within a 6 weeks period for the mentorship program. This is like condensing decades of experience, decades of exposure into a capsule that our mentees have been able to swallow during this period. You definitely cannot take that for granted. And that also applies to all the mentors across the program. Imagine if we did not put in collaboration as a first step forward that is delivering the good news that we are hearing about. I had cause to listen to a lot of the testimonials on LinkedIn. In fact, there were some that made me quite emotional, and I was wondering, you mean this impact is actually real? That impact is a byproduct of the collaborative effort that Jiipcc has put in place to move forward. So I challenge you. The challenge is for each and every one of us here today. As much as competition, there's a school of thought that says that competition is actually a very good thing. That is the players of competition that have actually messed competition up. You might agree with that, and also you might not agree with that. But the point I'm trying to make here is this: you must be able to know when to compete and when not to compete. You also must be able to know when to collaborate and when not to collaborate. And another thing that crosses my mind when I think about collaboration, this is necessarily not a very structured conversation, but few things have pricked me, and I just hope that in wrapping up in the next couple of minutes, that the next few things that I would say would be quite meaningful to you. There's power behind asking for help. I think that's actually the first step. You must come to that point of humility to be able to ask for help. A lot of people necessarily have this misguided thought process around asking for help. Maybe it makes you look smaller, but if you look at the big picture, if you're asking for help in a way that would increase your mental state, for example, your financial state, your spiritual state of mind, things that add value to the universe at the end of the day, those things are worthy causes. So please do not be scared to ask for help. You've had cause to meet with a lot of mentees and mentors. There might be few persons that have struck your mind that you're thinking, okay, this might be a good fit for me to learn from in terms of where I'm heading towards in the future. So please put on that collaborative mindset and do not be scared to actually ask for help. Then two, the world works better through collaboration. You can see what Jiipcc is really about. Jiipcc started about 3 years ago, and we've made so much progress by the grace of God and through the help of our mentors and you, the mentees out there, through collaborative efforts of putting this program together. So please never fail to know that the world actually works better through collaboration. Then I would also mention that some persons might be of that mindset or mind frame that, you know, working alone is actually the best thing that can ever happen to an individual. Some persons might have that personality of doing things alone, but the truth remains that there is actually so little, better yet, that you can do when working alone. Working with people of a like mindset or even a better mindset is always better. There's one of my mentors who used to say that he builds relationship on a 3 scale fold: those he's better than, those with whom he's at the same level, and those with whom he can actually draw from. Because what's really the point of pouring into people and you don't get people pouring back into you? So the Jiipcc program you can see as a template or a format that has taken advantage of the resources that our mentors have brought to the table to be able to water the lives of you, the mentor, the mentees out there. So this challenge is actually for you. Now is the time for you to take the little that you may have gotten from this program and make it big for the world. Let's see how we can begin to make the world a better place by the actions, by the steps that we take as individuals or as mentees that have gone through this program. Collaboration, finally, is not an idea. It should be your way of life. Collaboration should be your way of life. You can read books about collaboration, you can attend seminars about collaboration, you can watch YouTube videos about collaboration, but if you don't put that first step on the ground, if you don't bootstrap and get going, there must be something that you're thinking about and you need to plug into what some other persons have already been doing. You know, that's the power of collaboration. And you can only do better when you collaborate. I know that there are some bottlenecks, you know, around collaboration. One of which would be who are the people that you want to collaborate with? What have these people done? Do they have the mindset to collaborate? Are they givers? Are they takers? Are they open-minded? You know, are they people that, like somebody said, don't be a gatekeeper, like open this Jiipcc space up? You know, are they gatekeepers? Do they hoard information? Do they hoard the goodwill? Are they trying to progress alone without, you know, giving a hand of progression to other people? You know, so those are some of the bottlenecks that you might find along the way. And it's your job to be able to understand with whom to collaborate, the now and the where, the place for collaboration and all of that. You can do much better by trying to see how you can get further information as to how best you can take the very first step forward. So finally, I want to say that this has been a 6 to 7 weeks journey for all our mentees, and I'm very sure that you've been given the basics for you to move forward in your quest for knowledge acquisition. You know, but knowledge acquisition, as much as it's the goal, should not be the only goal. You must get to the point where you're thinking of knowledge transformation. How do I transform this knowledge to something that would be useful or beneficial to a third party or to someone else, you know, out there in society? So I join us. Join Jiipcc on this movement, on this journey. The journey has just started, and we believe strongly that we can only do better when we work together and when we collaborate with one another. Thank you so very much to all our mentors and as well to all our mentees. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to have had this very brief chat with all of us, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. That was a very exciting session. I learned a couple of things from what you said, including the effects of collaboration and telling us that what we've learned from the Jiipcc mentorship program, we should not just take it that we have gotten knowledge, but we should be able to involve ourselves in knowledge transformation. That was indeed an awesome one. And I think everybody that is active on this session should be able to have, penned down 1 or 2 things that he has said today. Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful session once again. Okay, now I think we'll go back to our mentees giving us what they have learned from this program. God's love, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, a big thank you to Mr. Joseph Obo. That was so I think you should consider going to give a speech during probably a Nobel Prize award or the UN. That was nicely done. Okay, so mentees, do not forget that you can kick off. Just we'll check for hands that are being raised. We can see that we have our mentors on the call already. So in no time, we'll be listening to our mentors. We also hear from our mentors to give us words of encouragement that would take us the whole distance. Okay, so mentees, if you have something to say, kindly signify with a raise of hand on the app so we could call you and hear from you. Let's also know from you, how has this program benefited you so far? Has it been beneficial to you? What have you learned so far? Indeed, Miriam, I really agree with you. That keynote was stellar. Sincerely, collaboration. Please, if we're going to collaborate going somewhere, ensure you have a car. Let's not trek together. Thank you. Okay, so mentees, I'm looking forward to seeing your hands up. Vanash, I see so many hands from our mentees who are willing to speak. Abimbola had kicked off already and given us a nice opening. So, mentees, come on. Our mentor did a fantastic job. I was in most of these classes and I learned a whole lot. I had learned a whole lot. We even celebrated 2 birthdays for our mentors during the period. It was simply amazing. Okay, so while we wait for our mentees to speak up, I'd love to hear from our mentors. Mr. Max Ikongwe, I believe he's still on the call. Hello, sir. The Max of IP, the Mazi of IP. The man that when it comes to IP is the full stop. Mazinde Wonu. Hello, sir. Is he still with us, sir? Hello, Mr. Max. Okay. So I think we've lost him briefly. Also, we have Mr. Ebenezer Egwatu. Now, this is one particular course in the health tech that when you're in his session, you have to be your best behavior. It's always a basketball session because you must learn. So Ebenezer, make sure you get it in. And there's something he said during one of the sessions about asking for names of doctors and medicines. Thank you so much, sir. I did that last week to a doctor. I felt so fulfilled when I asked him for his name. I felt proud of myself. Thank you so much, sir. So, Mr. Ebenezer, are you with us, sir? Do we still have Mr. Ebenezer on the call?
Evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing? How's your day?
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well, very well. How's your day, sir?
Glad to be here. I am actually working as I'm talking. So, I want to firstly commend the management of Jiipcc, starting from, of course, Mr. Joseph and his beloved wife, Juliana, for putting this up. You know why I said this? We didn't know that all that Jiipcc has achieved between inception till now is a possibility. But it was an intangible possibility that could have been lost if action was not taken. So I am extending this to everybody on this platform. If you have any idea in your head, take action. But in taking action, and I am aligning myself with the keynote address from Mr. Joseph, take collaborative action. They could have run Jiipcc alone, but I sincerely doubt if they could have registered or recorded the massive results that Jiipcc has recorded today. So it is always an honor and a privilege to support Jiipcc in every way I can, for now as a facilitator or a mentor. It is always my joy to meet my medical law mentees and share knowledge with them. I feel a bit nostalgic that today is the end of this session, not the end of Jiipcc, because with our, how do I put it now? Our brushes here and there. The class didn't find it easy with me the first few lessons, but when the ground rules were set and we understood ourselves, it became an easy ride. So I am actually missing my students. I am missing them, and we will keep in touch, particularly those who have indicated interest. In fact, as I speak today, one of my students, I have a lecture to deliver somewhere on Monday. The slides I had prepared, there's a medical law, national medical law and medical and health law conference holding in Abuja, and I am facilitating one of the sessions. The slides I'm going to use on Monday was designed by one of the mentees here. Isn't that awesome? So it's a privilege to facilitate for Jiipcc, and I wish everybody well. Thank you very much for having me around. Sorry I couldn't put on my video. I am working. Sorry, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ebenezer. Thank you so much for reiterating the fact that collaboration is a must for any professional out there. So please, mentees here, mentees present, please could you raise up your hands if you want to speak to us? I'll just speak randomly. Okay.
Yeah, I think I agree with the random picking right now.
Pick randomly. The same way I picked Abimbola. Okay, Miriam. Miriam left the call. Okay, I think I'll call on Divine Gilbert. Yeah, you're just going to basically be telling us your name, what you've learned, what you're doing, whether you're a student or a practitioner, what you plan to do with the knowledge you've learned during the program, if you've learned during the program. Basically that. Okay, some hands are raised up. So I think we just go for that. Then I'd call on Aggie Michael. Yeah, sorry if I didn't pronounce your name rightly. Yeah,
yes, good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening. I can hear you perfectly.
I was expecting you to call the other name and you ran away from it.
No, no.
My name is Agi Michael Dungu. I'm sorry for my inability to turn on the video section. I'm in a very crowded area and I don't want to actually, turn on the video for now. So my apologies for that.
No problem.
Yes, my name is Agi Michael. I'm a student. Currently, I'm a final year student of law in Benue State University. So I started hearing about data protection and privacy law when I actually got my internship job with Afe Babalola and Co. I saw them representing clients on issues of data protection and privacy. So I had no knowledge then, and because of the fact that that was what they were always doing in the law firm, they had the department that handles data protection and privacy and all that. So I picked interest in it. I wanted to have private section, or let's say take a course on data protection and privacy law. So I got to Jiipcc and they were doing some applications. But before then, I've seen some persons, make videos on how they participated in Jiipcc program and it was exciting and all that. So I also say, let me find time and also register. So I registered for it and it's been awesome actually. Though it's been rigorous though, because as a student, combining this with studentship and all that, it's been really, really tough for me. But in the long run, just like I've said in my video, I think it has helped me to a greater extent because most of the assignments they were giving to us, the research we did, all the presentations we did, helped us, in a long way to understand, actually what data protection and privacy law is. So it's been an awesome experience, and I think at least to the extent I'm being taught and to the extent that I've been exposed to, I think I know much about data protection and privacy law now to some extent, at least to the extent I'm being taught. And some of our mentors have been great, actually, like somebody like Solomon Okedera. I actually love, his practical approach to, in taking us on data protection and privacy law. He brings, insightful, conversations, that drags people to argue, debate on it, and at the end of the day, we have am I sure have we ever had a conclusion with Solomon Okedre? I don't think so. But what the point I'm trying to make is that in trying to drag in some of those issues, get to, understand, deeper into what data protection and privacy law is. His cases that are pending before the Federal High Court. I didn't know he was the one handling that matter, but I've been interested in the matter, and I got to read about it. So when I joined the program, I later realized that it was the one that was handling, the case at the Federal High Court. So thank you to Jiipcc. Thank you to the team. It has been very awesome experience. The team has been. One thing I like is that there's no day they said the class would hold that it didn't hold. And I believe that after my law degree and law school and getting my license to practice as a lawyer, issues of data protection and privacy law will be quite easy for me going forward. So thank you very much. And I pray that more other opportunities and more engaging experiences will come, with Jiipcc and all. So thank you very much and God bless.
Thank you so much, Argue Michael. Thank you. Of course, I'll run from the last name. Do not do that to us. But thank you for your kind words. Truly, it's really a thing of joy to hear that you want to pursue a career in privacy protection. That's really, really amazing. Okay, so we have so much hands up. I want to call on M. Sharaz Amir. I hope I got that correctly.
Oh, yes, you got it right. Thank you so much. So, hello everyone. I'm Shahad Amir. I'm engineering graduate from Pakistan, and I joined the program via the recommendation of a friend who was in this program in the last quarter. And there were a lot of things that I learned during my journey from my mentors and from the research presentations that we gave in our weekly sessions. So I was actually in the two of the programs. One was related to the energy industry, and the other was on AI and data protection. And there were a lot of things that I learned during this past 8 weeks. Uh, for example, as I'm someone from the engineering background and not the law background, so uh, I initially had worked what to design some of the machine learning models that are utilized for various type of predictions, but I wasn't aware of different type of biases that was present, and I wasn't aware about how the AI can have implications on humans and how can it affect the ethics and all that relevant stuff. But during all of the sessions, I remember one in particular where Mr. Gabriel Odo, he told us about how the AI has implications on the job market, and how the biases in AI can affect the society. And if I discuss about the energy industry in particular, so our mentors helped me a lot in understanding the dynamics of the energy industry. And uh, I was particularly I wanted to learn about the renewable energy industry. And I remember Mr. Okyogani and Mr. Obami, they guided me towards uh, how to start my career in those industries. And moving forward, I wanted to integrate the knowledge that I learned in both of these sections, in the AI section of and then in the energy. And I wanted to integrate it to bring AI into the energy sector, particularly towards the renewable energy sector. And I aim to pursue my master's degree soon, within a year or two, in this integration of energy and AI. And I'm very hopeful that this program will be the knowledge I learned in this program will be going to help me in that. So thank you so much. That would be all from my side.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I think we get a lot of synergy between AI and other areas. Maybe I've not done enough research on this, because this is like innovation out, if I'm to say, because I've not really heard of people talking about synergy between AI and energy. And that's really awesome. That's very awesome. I'd love to see the great things you have to do personally, because this is very innovational. Thank you so much, Shiraz. I hope I pronounced your name rightly. Okay. So I'll be calling on the next mentee. Okay, someone's hand is raised up. Churemi. God, I hope I pronounced his name rightly too. Churemi Gomba Osaro. Yeah. So please, you could just.
You were close. Churemi.
Churemi.
Yes, thank you very much. So my name is Churemi Gomba Osaro, and
I think that's an element name.
Yes. Who's that?
Okay, Jawe.
Daka. It's wonderful, really. Okay, so Chiremi Gomba Osaro, and I am a student. I majored under the data protection and privacy, and it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful, really. You know, the mentors and the groups too. It's one thing people don't really talk about, the idea of groups and working as a group to bring people together. It's one thing that I feel is revolutionary, if I say. We get to meet new people like Michael, although he wasn't in my group, but it's wonderful seeing there are other people that have the same passion for you. And I am awaiting law school next year. And so looking towards the law school, and then I want to major data protection, privacy, and I'm also a cybersecurity enthusiast. So that middle ground or the similarities really is what even made me go for data protection. And I know I made a wonderful choice, coming to see the mentors, particularly Mr. Solomon Okidara. He is so amazing, inspirational. He's great about his case. He's trying to bring some clarity to the principal statute, that's the Nigerian Data Protection Act. And people just overlook some of these things, but when we come under platforms like Jiipcc, we get to see that there are many things people are doing, and in your field, they are setting the pace, they are building a ladder for you to climb on. So knowing that I'm going to go far based on this knowledge, definitely, I do not take this opportunity for granted. I am grateful to the entire Jiipcc team, to my mentors, to my team members. One of our leaders should be, I think, Francis Orok and others. And a few of my friends too, really. I would definitely recommend Jiipcc to everyone. And I know that I would put this into practice, try to become a data protection officer or one of those things that we've learned about. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Thank you so much. It really gladdens the heart to hear things like this. It shows that we're doing something really, really right, and we appreciate God for that. Thank you so much to Jiipcc for this opportunity. It's really amazing to hear this from our mentees. And yes, to join, I think, issues with you, I also decided to become a data protection officer after my course in the data privacy protection period. I told myself that's really one thing I want to do. And it's really been amazing. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Thank you for sharing with us. Okay, so since our mentees have learned how to evade raising of their hands, we are going to learn how to call mentees randomly. So let's quickly look for a name. Except I'm seeing a hand up soon. Hello, Tombra Ebiobowe.
Hello,
Hello, Tombra. How you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening, Mr. Goslow.
Okay, please, want to encourage your mentees again. Kindly turn on your cameras, please. Let's have our cameras on if you can, please. Let's see our faces. So, Tombra, over to you, please. Let's hear about your Jiipcc experience and what you'll be doing with the knowledge in the future.
Okay. My full name is Winton Braibo Godswill. I'm a Niger Delta University student from Faculty of Law. And my experience at the Jiipcc internship program, I would say, was really, really enlightening. I've always had this interest in IP law, intellectual property law, but I've not known how to go about it. So when I saw the opportunity on LinkedIn, I said, okay. And I saw the courses they were offering. I was like, intellectual property, okay, this is exactly what I wanted to do. I also took some other courses, but the one on Jiipcc, what it did for me was, it's an internship and mentorship program. The mentors, they demystify all those areas that were vague and unclear. They made them very, very clear to me. And then the practicality of intellectual property rights. So many of us will want to brag and boast that, oh, yes, I have intellectual property rights and stuff, but we don't really know how to enforce them or implement them in any way. And then what you think you know as, okay, this particular intellectual property rights might not be applicable to maybe the particular, maybe if it's a artistic work or it's a design, or you don't know how to properly apply it. But the internship has opened my eyes. Now I know that there has to be some level of understanding of these intellectual property rights. There are laws backing all this intellectual property rights, both at international level and in Nigeria. So, and I also want to say a big thank you to the mentors, because they did a whole lot of work for us, a whole lot of work. Yes, we had to do research for our PowerPoint presentations, the slides and everything. But the mentors, they are the real MVPs, I would say. They did a whole lot of work for us. They really taught us a lot. They taught us a lot. They taught us many things. So I want to say a very big thank you to all of them. Particularly about one mentor where business, I think IP negotiation and how to raise funds. So my mind was open to the fact that in as much as you have a business plan, raising funds is not really as simple as ABC. You have to involve, there are so many strategies. So I would say it was a very wonderful experience for me. And I want to refer Jiipcc to as many as my friends, because there are many other courses they can also learn from. It was a wonderful experience for me. And maybe next year I'll come and I'll take another course. But I'm happy that I did IP law because I have interest. So my future plans, This is one of my baby steps to being an intellectual property consultant, right? So I'm working towards it. I'm also going to engage in more seminars and educate myself more so that I can achieve my dream of being an intellectual property consultant. But I'm happy that I started with Jiipcc. It's a very good foundation. And I want to thank the organizers, the mentors, the moderators, everybody. It was a wonderful experience and very enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I guess it's safe to say I have an unfair bias for intellectual property because yeah. So IP is I don't know, it's an evolving area. Like it keeps growing and growing and growing. So it's best for everybody out there. I don't even think you need to be an enthusiast per se to take a course on intellectual property because it's very important. Currently there are lots of creatives. I feel like if you're a creative, if you're interested in anything entertainment, you should take a course on intellectual property. So quickly I'll be calling on the next mentee, Michael Chimere.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am Jiipcc Chimere Michael, a law student of Enugu State University of Science and Technology. I am a mentee of health tech and law, and I want to say it was a very fascinating experience and a nice program. Like the knowledge gathered, the knowledge learned was like discussing with the whole world. And the mentor, Mr. Ebenezer Egwatu, was a wonderful man. He's a wonderful man. Like I have to say a very big thank you to Mr. Ebenezer, our boss. I call him my boss because he's Mr. No Nonsense. Like coming to his class, you have to dress decently and look corporate. And again, the way he teaches, the way he taught us was like very, very nice. And he brought it down to the lowest level as a layman would understand. And it was a very, very nice experience. I can say that the 6 weeks or 7 weeks internship and mentorship program was like one of the best holidays I ever had. And like right now, I am bragging with the knowledge I've gathered. It has really changed my legal reasoning a lot based on medical law and healthcare technology. Just like Mr. Goslow said, I approached a doctor some weeks back, and the way I talked to him, he asked me, "Are you a medical student?" I was like, "No, I am a medical lawyer." Like it's really brushed me up a lot, and I want to say a very big thank you to all members of Jiipcc. It was a nice program, and thank you so much for everything you have done for us, and God bless you all. And so the coordinators, Mr. Dennis Williams and Mrs. Amena Adams, and all members of Jiipcc, to be frank, I am very grateful to you all. It was a nice opportunity. The knowledge learned, I asked a question one day during one of the online sessions, and my question was relating to like, let me say, an experience I once had in a hospital, which damaged, caused the physical permanent damage to me. So I asked that question, and Mr. Ebenezer explained it to the extent I was like, should I go back to the hospital and confront that doctor? So it was a very nice experience, and I want to say very big thank you to all members of Jiipcc. God bless you all.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Amen. Really claim that prayer. Please be careful how you accost that medical doctor before he gives you the wrong, the wrong dose. But for sure, we're grateful to God that we're getting this information, and it can only be done here at its best in Jiipcc. Thank you again to Mr. Ebenezer Egwat for the amazing session. Michael, thank you so much for your feedback. Hello, Jane. Her camera was on. Jane Ayamo, good evening. Can we hear from you? Let's get your feedback on your Jiipcc experience and what you will do with that knowledge moving forward. Hello, Jane.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm in the dark environment. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's very well. You're the light of the world. You can carry on.
Okay. Good evening, my dear mentors. Good evening to the moderators and my fellow mentees. My name is Jane Anyanwu. I just, my God, excuse me. I just finished serving last week. So I heard about Jiipcc from my sister, who is a law student. Um, it was during her holidays, and I saw how she was going around the whole thing. And since I'm an explorer, I decided to try it out because I'm an aspiring writer and coach and stuff like that. And I studied biochemistry, so I decided to choose health tech and law because it was something closer to what I know and stuff like that. So it was worth it. Like I'm happy I actually did. Um, as Michael said, Mr. Ebenezer was very down to earth. He really taught us, like, you can see that he's very passionate with what he was doing. He's so knowledgeable, and it was very inspiring. So we learned a lot from him, both professionally. He taught us like gave us some other small professional tips, and all that. For that, I'm very, very grateful. So I want to say thank you to Gypsy and my fellow mentees for working together. Right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much, Jane. That was very nice. I was so happy that Gypsy was able to, help you with the area which you found interesting. Okay, we'll be calling another mentee. I'll just be picking randomly because there's no hand raised up. Okay, I think I've called this name before. Divine Gilbert. Yeah. So over to you. Hear me? Chukwuemeka DK, could you like unmute your mic and briefly tell us what you learned from your the mentorship program and how you would effect this knowledge in whatever
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
program today. I can hear you. Thank God. Chukwuemeka DK, over to you, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chukwuemeka DK. So yes, I'm a lawyer, practicing lawyer already. 4 years post call as it is, 3 years post call, sorry, before next year. So yes, I applied for the data protection and privacy session on the Jiipcc, and it was a wonderful experience. I was on the IP session in Q2, I believe. Then I joined for data privacy in Q3. And both of them they have been wonderful. So about the data privacy session, yes, I met amazing mentors, like was rightly said by other mentees, Mr. Solomon Okedawa, Miss, I don't know, Jadisola Esson was also wonderful. And then I had amazing mentees, teammates to work with. Many of the tasks we were given was done collaboratively. I was opportune to even organize one of the PowerPoint presentation. I was also opportune to volunteer to speak for my group when we didn't have anyone to speak for us. But so far, so good. It was a wonderful experience. Like I said in the video that I did on Twitter, I would recommend Jiipcc to anybody. I always post on my status once in a while about Jiipcc, and then I got a friend who said he wanted to apply, and I was like, yeah, you can apply. It's a good program. So you will love it, and indeed he liked it. I'm sure he liked it. I'm sure it's on the call. It's on the call also. So yeah, thank you, Jiipcc. Thank you to the mentors. Thanks to the mentees. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chukwemeka. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so grateful to Jiipcc for the experience we keep on getting. Okay, so we're going to hear from a few more mentees moving forward. But before we get to our mentees again, let's get to hear from these amazing mentors that have been simply amazing. Throughout the call, we've had one man who is very humble, very quiet, very gentle, but exudes so much knowledge. He was also a birthday boy during the mentorship program. Hello to Mr. Gabriel Udo, the guru when it comes to AI. Mr. Gabriel, sir, is he still on the call with us? You're one of our mentors for the AI and technology course. Okay, okay. Moving on, Mr. Gabriel is not with us at the moment. Let's call the man of the hour. A lot of people have been calling this name over and over and over again. If you're in the data privacy and protection course, this name should not be new to you. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call up the man of the hour, the mentor himself, Mr. Solomon Okeda. Hello, sir. Are you still with us? Okay, I think we've lost him briefly at the moment. Oh, but no, he's still here. He's still here. Mr. Solomon. Okay, so I think he's probably working on because we can't hear him at the moment, but he's unmuted. Okay, so while we wait for him to fix that up, let's make another amazing mentor. I think I was in her session and I heard her speak. She was completely phenomenal. Hello to Mrs. Jadesola Esson. Good evening. Okay, Mr. Solomon is back. Okay, so I will have you after Mrs. Jadesola. Hello, Mrs. Jadesola. Is she still with us? I believe she's still on the call. Okay, so I think we'll take Mr. Solomon now. Hello, sir. Nice to have you again. Every mentee has you in their mouth. You've been amazing. How do you do it, sir? Thank you so much for being such a huge addition to the Jiipcc family and for your incredible and immense support and knowledge you keep giving to us. So, sir, what will be your final words to the mentees for this quarter? Hello, Mr. Solomon. Okay, I think network is not being fair to us this evening. Okay, so
Can you
before I
hear
get
me?
it. Oh, yes, I can hear you, please. Can you hear
Okay.
now?
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, I'm so sorry for joining late. I lost track of time. Good evening. So this is supposed to be like final words, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So it was I mean I had just one session with you guys. I wish I had more, but the one session was enlightening, and I hope everyone present here realize how I don't want to use the word lucky, but I can also say lucky they are to have had this platform at such an early stage. I was one of those naive undergraduates who just went to class and wrote my exams and did no extracurricular activities. I wish I know some of the things that I know now earlier. But I mean, better late than never, right? So you have started well. At least the presentation that I read was good. I saw that people are doing a lot of research, and even in the presentation, I could see the two presenters that presented, they did well. Basically, it's always a privilege and an honor to be part of Jiipcc mentorship programs anytime I'm invited. And I am excited and honored to have been part of this diet. I hope we all don't lose the culture of learning, no matter how, some people tend to take for granted anything that is free. So no matter how free the opportunity is, please don't take it for granted. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma. Okay, I think we would be calling on Anna Mentor. I don't know if Mr. Solomon's network is more stable now. Okay, sir. Okay, then I think we'll just call on another mentee. Oh, Miss Miriam is here. Yeah, Miss Miriam is here. Miss Miriam, please, could you drop some parting words for your mentees?
Okay, can you hear me? Just need to be sure.
Oh, yes.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy to be here again, right? Closing ceremony, it's already the end of the year. So I would start by thanking Jiipcc once again, for creating this platform and, for the opportunities that they've given every mentee that has passed through the Jiipcc platform. And congratulations to all the mentees. I hope that you're filled with joy and accomplishment today, right? Owing to you having to join the sessions over the past months, having to go through the program, in a way, I would say has demonstrated, resilience and eagerness to learn from you throughout this program, which is, truly commendable. Having to be a part of something. Jadi just mentioned, when people get something for free, sometimes they don't take it, seriously, but still having to, join and show resilience through it all, I would, say you should applaud yourself and be proud of what you've achieved so far. Remember to always celebrate every win. So I would say this is a win for you, having to come to the end of this program. You have learned skills that you can take on to both your personal and work lives from, just this period of the mentorship program, having to work together as a team, giving the chance to bring your individuality into it as well. From the presentations that you've worked on and presented, you've learned collaborations really, and how to work in a team towards a common goal. And Joseph mentioned that in his keynote, that powerful keynote that he gave us. So I would take it that maybe the theme of this closing ceremony is the power of collaboration, because you have all learned that, in the course of the mentorship program, which is part of what, we're all talking about today. Well done to Joseph for that, that keynote. I was going to talk a lot about collaboration as well, but I think I don't have to do that because that will be me overflogging what, Joseph has discussed earlier. So one opportunity you've also had is to be able to work with people, of high intelligence here. So you sort of learned when you're working as a team, you sort of have to learn high level emotional intelligence and patience, which is very important, right? So do not underestimate the value of teamwork or even being a team player, right? That's a skill that I would say you've learned from these sessions, and you need it as you progress in your life or your career. So keep putting yourself out there, whichever way you can. Like Jay-Z said, closed mouth don't get fed. So speak about your craft and what everything you have learned here puts you a step further or a step ahead of your peers, As a mentor on this program, I've also learned, every time I join any of the mentorship sessions, I learn from you and I learn from the other mentors as well. Acquiring knowledge is never ending. It's a continuous process. So you should be excited, on the knowledge that you gained on this program. To the mentors, I would say, thank you for the guidance, right? The insights and the encouragement. I'm sure they're invaluable to all the mentees. Thank you for pouring, into these mentees. Your support has made the program possible. Our support as a whole, as mentors, have made this program possible. So to the mentees, once again, thank you for being part of the program. I encourage you to continue exploring, take the skills and the knowledge and the connections that you're going to make on this program and use it to push yourselves forward. Remember to connect. Every time I say that, every closing ceremony, remember to connect with everyone on LinkedIn and try to stay in touch, right? This program is also a means of networking to expand your professional network, whether you're still in school or you're out of school, right? It's still your professional network that you're trying to build and to grow. So you can look me up on LinkedIn and try to, connect with me. I'm always happy to help. Thank you to Jiipcc once again, for this platform. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the beautiful Mariam. I think if there's one thing Gypsy so particular about their mentors is they are intelligent and they're exceptionally beautiful and handsome. Wow, beauty and brains all round. Thank you so much. You were a fantastic mentor this quarter. I was in one of your classes and you did a phenomenal job. Thank you so much. Thank you for answering the clarion call to pass your knowledge to our wonderful mentees. Okay, so I heard from some of our mentors. Let's go back to the pool of mentees to also hear from them, to tell our mentors rather, how well they have benefited from this program. Okay, so I'll just quickly look for a name to call again. Please, if you're mentees, if you want say something, you could always signify with a raise of hand, and we would call you as quickly as possible. Okay, so we have Chukunonso Eziani. Hello, Nonso. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Can we all hear me?
Oh, loud and clear. So let's get to hear from you, please, in 3 minutes. Let's hear from you about your Gypsy experience and how you will put in that knowledge to good use. 3 minutes, please. Your time starts now.
Okay, so thank you and good evening to everyone, both mentors and mentees and every other person on call. So my name is Chukunonso and I'm a lawyer, practicing lawyer. So still a new week, recently caught the bar last year. So I got to know of Gypsy from a friend. He has already spoken on this platform, Emeka DK. So he was the one that actually introduced me to Gypsy. He told me that it's a good program, and I applied. And honestly, after 7 weeks, I must say that I don't regret actually applying for this program because prior to Gypsy, I've always had an interest in intellectual property, though I didn't offer the course in the university, but I've always had a thing for it. So when I found out that Gypsy offered intellectual property, I applied. And prior to my applying, I had no knowledge of intellectual property. When intellectual property is spoken about, I just what only comes to my mind is copyright and trademark. I didn't even know that there was something called patents, both geographical indication, TK, that's traditional knowledge, and genetic resources. I never knew all those things are also part of intellectual property and can also be protected under IP rights. So, but after 7 weeks of lectures, presentations, speaking with them, collaborating with them fellow mentees, I've come to learn a lot about intellectual property, and I must say that at the moment now, I'm confident that I will be able to pursue intellectual property further with the knowledge I've got. And with what I've gotten from Jiipcc, I'm sure that I would recommend it to anybody. As of the moment, I've already recommended it to a friend, and he has already applied for the program like for next quarter next year. So, and I'm going to introduce it to more persons because it has really been educative. And I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to all the mentors that lectured us during this program. So particularly the one that stood out for me was Mrs. Ngozi. Yes, Ngozi, if I'm correct. Yeah, she lectured us on traditional knowledge. So for me, that was like my best class. And then also one Mr. Victor. Yes, Mr. Victor Chuso. For me, those were my best mentors, but every other one was also fantastic and good. So this is me saying thank you to Jiipcc for this exposure, and I think I'll be coming back next year to take another course, probably entertainment law or energy law. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As I said earlier, I have an unfair bias towards intellectual property. That was very nice. I'm so happy you've been able to learn from Jiipcc, and you'd love to refer Jiipcc to your friends. Okay, I'll be calling on Mohammed Musa.
Good evening, everyone. Good day. Please, can everyone hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hello, please, can
Yes,
anyone?
hear you.
Oh, thank you so much. Once again, my name is Mohammed Musa, a senior advocate of Bayero University. I'm currently a 400 level student of Faculty of Law, Bayero University, Kano here. I would like to tender my sincerest appreciation to Jiipcc and the team entirely. And also, I can't say enough about the mentors. Actually, I got to know about the Jiipcc internship mentorship program on LinkedIn, and I applied immediately actually because I could say that this is my first internship program that I would like be going through, and I'm very happy that I come to the end of this program today. It's a very big win for me actually, having this ample opportunity to learn from these amazing mentors. And actually I specialize in the energy industry. What actually motivates me for joining this program was that in my school, I'm kind of into leadership positions, and I do organize a program called Catch Them Young, which always expose students to a lot of areas other than litigation, because everyone just believes that it's only litigation up and down. And I just bring up the idea of like catching them young, of introducing those other areas of laws and practices that are not litigation. So then I had the opportunity to invite I think a speaker from Olaniwe Ajayi then, and she spoke on energy law, like on the energy industry. So from there, like from what I learned from her, I started like developing the interest in energy industry. Then when I came across the Jiipcc flyer and how that, I had to just apply immediately. So let me learn about this thing, and it was so fantastic. Like the whole area was so good, and then the mentors, like, even most especially Mr. Okwegene Ogwe, the man is himself is an industry, like is an in that energy industry himself. And that of I think Barrister Alexander, yeah, also, yeah, they are so wonderful and so pretty when it comes to knowledge sharing and ideal. So I'm very glad and happy at this this calls for celebration for me, because this is the first time I'm interning. Actually, I've participated in a lot of mentorship programs, but this is this one is so different. Looking into how much I got to know a lot of things, like my research, even my research skills developed more. Was on a lot of novel areas that I did not even think of, like getting across with. Then Jiipcc take me through all those areas. So thank you so much, Jiipcc. Thank you everyone, and our mentors. Our mentors. I am so much happy that I could meet and learn from you all. So thank you so much once again. I appreciate every moment I spent with Jiipcc. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I think we have some hands on. I want to hear from someone from FinTech. Where's Peculiar? Hello, Peculiar. Peculiar, are you with us? Okay, Peculiar, just know that you would surely tell us something. Okay, oh, that's very well then. Peculiar, tell us. Let's know more about FinTech. How has it treated you? How was the Jiipcc experience? 3 minutes to time starts now.
Okay, my name is Peculiar Maduko, and before I decided to choose FinTech, I didn't know why. I was just thinking of it first I was then. I said, I really appreciate what I've learned. Models. In fact, I didn't know anything about FinTech at all. I used to just say financial technology, but I got to hear about raising capital. I had to hear about FinTech business models. And when I saw what we were actually learning, I said, so this is actually what it is. And it looks like more interesting compared to what I had imagined it would be like. So then I really loved some of our mentors, especially Mr. Victor Onyekere, Mr. Jordan Uchi, and one Mr. Christian Ngumbu. Like, I don't know, it was a lot for me, and I know that I'm definitely going to invite people to come and be a part of Jiipcc. Like me, I want to do another program, maybe not FinTech again, maybe something else. So I'll maybe tell people like, you can do FinTech, so it's good, it's nice. So yeah, that's basically it for me. I really appreciate everything I've learned from you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. I'm done.
Okay, I think the light may have some issues with network. I want to call on Favor Open Room, please. Thank you so much, Peculiar. Thank you. I know sometimes I was in your FinTech class. Amazing job you guys do over there. So good job. Thank you. Okay, Favor Open Room. Hello,
Good evening,
Favor.
everyone.
Hello, good evening, Favor. Good evening.
Okay. My name is Favor Oprum Chimwaya, a law graduate and a mentee under data privacy and protection at Jiipcc. So over these weeks, I've gained invaluable insights from this program. I saw it on LinkedIn, then I casually registered. That's just a fact. But when I registered, I saw something beyond my expectations. So I'm really excited. I plan to apply this knowledge actively, contributing to the ongoing conversation on the field. I would love to champion awareness and education on data privacy and protection issues, empowering individuals and organizations. I also want to give a big shout out to our mentors, Sandra Ike, Ridwan Badmus, Victor Onyekwere, and especially Solomon Okedara. Solomon's session in particular inspired me to do in-depth research into topics and things that were given to us at the moment. I really want to thank Jiipcc for this program. My mentors, my team were so amazing, the corporation, and also Williams and everyone involved who made this experience so enriching. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, thank you. Please, I want to encourage you that when we're sharing, kindly turn on your cameras. Let's get to see your face as you tell us your Jiipcc story. Ooh, and she's so beautiful. Hello, Favor. Nice to put a face to the name. Nice one. Okay, I think I'm still missing Dylan. Where's my co-moderator? Please, network, I'll have to return to us. Okay, so it's been a fun-filled time. Very soon we'll be having drinks and food being shared at your various locations. Okay, so we had some of our mentees. Let's go back to our mentors. Mr. Okelgene is back on the call. Hello, sir. I've heard mentees talk about you. So now let's hear that voice. The way they were talking about him, I want to hear. Hello, Mr. Okelgene. Welcome, sir. Good evening. It's been an amazing time having you with the Jiipcc family.
Good evening, everyone. And again, it's nice to be on the platform today, again, being a very special day where we round up today's edition or the quarter four. I think you're getting better in the game daily. God's love. Well done, Kamalo, for proper anchoring. I'm in a very noisy place, so you guys should pardon me. Well done to Jiipcc and well done to all the mentees for successfully coming through on this program. I think it was, I think we have been on a wonderful ride, I must say. I always commend Obo Joseph and his wife for taking this initiative. It has been a wonderful one. But again, for the mentees and those that we have encountered again in Kyoto for wonderful session that we have had, I believe that we've done what we do best to ensure that we pass on the knowledge we have to the next generation. But for us also, it's also an opportunity. Every time we teach, every time we talk to people, we learn from them too. Brilliant minds on how they interpret the things that we pass on to them. Again, gives us an opportunity. Most of us that are on the call that are mentors, so to speak, we have a thing or two to learn from the experiences we have from the students. And that's what keeps us fresh, keeps us abreast, and ensures that knowledge is going around. Jiipcc is an excellent opportunity for knowledge sharing. Beyond mentor-mentee relationship, it's a place where knowledge exchange happens, and it's done in a unique way, different from the university environment, different from the pure academic environment where we give a topic, somebody goes to research, and we're able to bring today's knowledge. It's all about today's knowledge. And what even encourages us as mentors is the fact that the mentees appreciate what we say. They see that unique view that we bring on the table, and they're able to hold it and run with it. And that's what keeps us coming over and over and again. This is a wonderful platform, I can say. I'm elated every time that we have the opportunity to talk to students, and also excited that they find our experience very useful to them. For me personally, Jiipcc also given the opportunity to relate with other mentors. I've made new friends here, new mentors that we meet. We sit down in Lagos, the city of Lagos. We talk about other bigger things beyond the Jiipcc platform. So I listen to the keynotes that is about collaboration. Joseph is an excellent collaborator. We have also collaborated with him 13, 14 years ago. We met in other climates where we were collaborating. And we are currently here today collaborating because of we believe in sharing knowledge. So like he said, collaboration is very key at multiple platforms. He talked about 3 levels of collaboration: collaborating downwards, collaborating across your level, and collaborating on the top level. I think that summarizes how we must always collaborate. And if you want to go far, you must collaborate. I think I wouldn't want to say too much today, but again, I believe this platform is an excellent one that we must not take for granted. Mentees, invite your friends. If you have taken one course, take the next one. I'm a mentor, but I've taken 3 mentees courses here. I'm an engineer by trade, but I've gotten to know things about the legal profession. I've done intellectual properties. I've also gone through AI, and it has been amazing, and fintech as well, even as a mentor. So you see that extra layer I've added on my engineering degree, not just an ordinary, but a senior person engineering degree. So if I didn't believe in the Jiipcc dream, I will not go and register as a mentor even to learn. We had our last presentation yesterday. I was the one that put the presentation together and gave to someone to practice. So you see that level where we can come down as well, also to come and learn from new areas where we don't know, because learning never ends. I'm a lifelong learner, and I believe that everybody should take that approach, because that's the only way we can achieve our goals. And beyond that, cross-disciplinary learning, I think, is very, very important. I was talking about that again a few days when I presented in an engineering conference, when I was like encouraging a lot of people to go beyond the engineering field to go and learn, because I know I picked a lot from the Jiipcc program. It has been amazing, and I really want to thank the mentees for giving us the opportunity to share knowledge. Also, don't end with the things we've told you. Go further, begin to research. This is only the beginning. It's only an opening door for you to pick a few things, to see the possibilities, see the few things you've learned in 6 weeks. You can know a lot more. Go to the LinkedIn, put your ideas and the things you have learned. It will go far. Kamalo, you are an example of someone that has benefited from this. Please let them know. And I believe this is only the stepping stone for those of us that are here. And we must keep this. We must keep this group going beyond here. We must continue to collaborate, because we don't know we only know where we started. We will never know where it's going to end. But once more, thank you to Jiipcc for hacking into this call, and we're all excited to be a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for reiterating the point about collaboration and letting everybody on this call know that it doesn't just end here. As Mr. Joseph earlier said, that we don't just end at knowledge transmission, we should evolve and go as far as knowledge transformation. Thank you so much, sir, for that. Someone's hand will raised up a moment ago, one of the mentees. Okay, I think
I think that was Tijani Abdullah.
Okay, yeah. Tijani Abdul Karim Abdullahi. Yeah.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, mentors and mentees. My name is Tijani Abdul Karim Abdullahi, a Kano-based legal practitioner, and I'm a research assistant to the Department of International Law and Jurisprudence, Bayero University, Kano. And currently I am an LLM student, while specializing in international investment law and trade. In view of my area of specialization, well, intellectual property is so paramount. Although I do not know about anything called intellectual property while undergoing the LLB program, but all of a sudden I developed that interest in it. With the connection it has with investment and trade, I started developing a good background in that area of law. While I was doing that, I came across your advert on LinkedIn. I said, wow, maybe this is an opportunity for me to develop my little about intellectual property. I quickly applied for the program, and fortunately enough, I joined the program, and thank God I learned a lot. Honestly, I learned a lot. Even before the end of the program, I think I talked to like 10 of my friends about Jiipcc. I told them, look, I have a wonderful, very sophisticated program that will expose you to myriad areas of law, such as intellectual property, artificial intelligence, and others. And of the people I briefed about Jiipcc, I think 7 of them are ready to join the next quota program. And I myself not tired of hearing from the fountain of knowledge coming from the mentors. I mean, Well, I appreciate their effort and commitment and how they labored with the mentees, how they try to impart the knowledge or to impart the knowledge on us. I do appreciate and I thank each and every one of them for the effort. And well, I've said I'm not tired of the program, and God willing, I'm ready to join the next quarter and engage in a different program. I thank you very much for all you've done to us. May God reward you abundantly. Thank you very much, Zupsi. I do appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tijani, for your kind words. Those words mean a whole lot. And it's really amazing when we see mentees who are ready to become Jiipcc ambassadors, because when you spread the word and the word rather and bring so many people into the conversation, we can have a better world, where the world where people have more knowledge about this. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the next in the next quarter and seeing you do amazing things. We might start rounding off soon, but I don't know. Is Naji Oluchuku Esther with us, please? Hello, Esther.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
everybody.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. My name is
Okay, that's very good.
Nabutu Esther, and I'm a 200 level law student of University of Ebonyi State. I enrolled in for energy law, energy industry, and I would say it was very insightful all through. The first time, it was my first time though. So when I got enrolled, I considered dropping it because I felt it was going to be stressful, and I was at first scared. I didn't want something very much too stressful. But then I had to go on because I had already paid for the certificate and all of sorts. So I was first assigned the role of writing an article, and I would say it was at first tedious because, and I learned a lot because I learned something about researching or getting knowledge on my own, making certain research. And I would say that my researching skill improved, my article writing skills also did improve. And along the line, I developed a love for renewable energy. I must say I'm very, very interested in renewable energy. And my favorite mentors uh, is Mr. Kogane Ubehe and Mr. Ayobami Dafe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you so much. It's very impressive that at 200 level, I love the fact that you're really carving a niche for yourself. It's really impressive, very impressive. And I'm happy that you are able to, key into Jiipcc's objectives and utilize it for yourself. Okay, I'll be calling on another mentee, Harmony Jack. Harmony, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. Over to you, Harmony.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've been actually busy, so I'm really not following up.
That's
Yeah.
fine. You basically
So,
mentioned what
okay.
course you offered on here on Jiipcc.
Okay.
What you're doing currently, if you're a student or a practitioner, what you learned from the Jiipcc mentorship program and how you'd affect this in your area of your career generally. Yeah. And your best mentor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my best mentor. Okay, thank you. I was in the energy industry group. Okay, so the first time I heard about or I saw JIIPCC internship was like 2 years ago. Before I went to law school, I actually wanted to do it. I think for the fourth quarter. So since law school we just resumed, I could not do it. So I was like, maybe maybe next time or so. Recently now, I think August, I saw it on LinkedIn. I was like, okay, let me just, do it, since some of my friends had done, internship with JIPCC. So in cause of okay, sorry, I'm a lawyer and I was called to bar last year and I'm serving now. I serve with NAPTIP, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons in Abuja. So I was in the energy industry group, and why I picked the energy industry, I really wanted to, learn more about the energy sector and see what is happening there. So my favorite topic was, I don't know, I actually loved all the topics in energy industry group. And my favorite mentors were Mr. Okeogene, yes, because I think he was always present. Like he was always there, always ready to answer questions like the mentees had. He was always there. I don't think he ever missed any class. Let me put it that way. So I think he's actually like my best mentor. Then I think Mr. Ayobami, yes, Daffy, yes, yes. Through, I think he taught us Jenkos, and there are some things he was teaching us then. I actually heard for the first time. So both of them, like they are my best, mentors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Harmony. Thank you so much. We're happy that GC was able to give you value, and we hope you don't get skip. Okay, we're calling on. Okay, God's love is back on.
Okay, sorry, thank you. I'm trying to check if Mr. Solomon is back with us. Hello, sir. If you're here, please, can you signify? So I know that we really want to hear from you. We're itching to hear from you. I don't know if he's back on. Okay, so while we wait to. Oh, okay. Mr. Solomon, sir. He's unmuted, but. Oh, no, network. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Welcome, Mr. Solomon, to the closing ceremony. It's so nice to have you.
Good evening, everyone. And
Let's check where we have the man of the hour first.
Goslow.
Yes, sir.
I wish I'm a man with bucks, mega bucks really, to be able to afford a celebrity hype man like yourself. But Goslow, I'm just a hustling guy, so I'm not sure I can afford you. But thank you so much for your kind words, always. And so let me say congratulations to all the mentees. Your hard work, your industry, your sense of commitment and dedication would definitely pay off someday. Thank you to the management of Jiipcc. Thank you for your vision, for your sense of direction. And thank you to all the mentors for your good works, your labor of love. They all shall not be in vain. So what words do I have to say to our amazing friends today? Trust me, I have no words in law to say to you today. Today is not to talk about law, and there's more to life than law. Sometimes what you even need to succeed in law may not even be knowledge of law. So, is anything related to law? I would just say is that, guys, like I've always said, the justification of acquisition of knowledge is application of it. And like I always love to repeat, that I do, at the risk of sounding like a motivational speaker with rhymes, aspire to to perspire and refire. No. The knowledge you have acquired over the course of 7 weeks, the only thing that will justify your selflessness, your dedication, your sacrifice, your sleepless night is to apply the knowledge. And just like Mr. Joseph spoke about it, to end in transformation of your person, of your immediate sphere, and of our society. So please take that step of application. Write an article. Render a service, even if it's pro bono. For those who are lawyers, litigate, do something about it. And of course, let's just someday meet at the top and be able to actually have some wine together, have a meal together, and look back and actually reminisce over those times of your sacrifice that are now paying off. So then beyond that, please build relationship. Life, sometimes could be about relationship. Build relationship, network powerful. Every opportunity, every avenue, just try to, because just like Mr. Joseph said in his keynote, which for me, I find quite amazing. Somebody said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together with people. I mean, every other day, I see that playing out in my daily engagement. Please network, build relationships. You cannot do everything alone. As a matter of fact, your knowledge is limited. Every one of us here, all the mentors, our knowledge are limited. Whatever we know, somebody somewhere knows 20%, beside the 80% that we know. So please network powerfully. And someday let's be able to sit down together, and celebrate the results you've gotten. And by the way, over the course of last week, there was a judgment actually delivered by the ECOWAS court, and which I think I've shared the link to the judgment. I mean, to the reports, by media, on the judgment. Those who are interested in the media freedom of expression, online expression, and all of that, could actually read up the judgment. And those who don't have the hard copy, the full judgment, I may be able to share that with you. And of course, the exciting thing about it is that as long as what you are working on is a right, even it's data protection, right to privacy, the principle the court discussed in that are considered, for will actually come right and whatever it is. So guys, once again, thank you so much for your sacrifice of the last 7 weeks. All I can say is to wish you the very best. And of course, let's meet someday, have a lunch together, have a drink together, and of course, let's do something more than love. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Solomon. Thank you so much. Mentees and everyone on the call, I hope we've been able to grab one or two from what he has said. In fact, he still reiterated the value of collaborations and networking. No man is an island of himself. Okay, I'll call on the next mentee. Fatima, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mars and Saz. Okay, so I am Aimilo Fatima, a third year law student of the University of Ilorin, and I am privileged to be part of a mentee of intellectual property course. So I did intellectual property course. Ever since I was in my 100 level, I've always have interest in intellectual property. I just came across a book one day, it was on copyright and intellectual property. So I started reading so much and researching so much on intellectual property. And this gets to a point where I have to tell myself, oh, it is like a you're doing exam, not intellectual property. So I have so much interest in intellectual property. So in my second year in university, I joined the intellectual property club of my own faculty, and I was one of the legal researcher. So I did some research, knowing more about. So that came to me that, oh, as a researcher for a legal researcher for a team, you're supposed to have this adequate knowledge on your own. Like, yes, I want to learn more from others. So I took this Jiipcc intellectual property course. When I saw it, my friend introduced me to it that, oh, this is what you're talking about, the opportunity to learn intellectual property. And intellectual property is like, I think, a 400 level elective course, and it's still like far. And yeah, I have to learn. And I'm really, really appreciative to Jiipcc for bringing up this kind of programs. Sincerely, I learned things I read, but I wasn't able to get it from anywhere. I learned about traditional knowledge. I learned about geographical indication. I learned about intellectual property in sport. It was so amazing. Like my own thought was like, oh, it is even more than this. Yes, I was expecting it to be more than that, but I things that I could not even read on my own, research on my own, able to learn it. And I learned researching, writing article, working with teammates, yes, teamwork and teammates. I'm most grateful to my team, and I'm very grateful to Jiipcc for being all this opportunity for me to learn. And I'm hopefully, yes, I'm going to go back to my legal research work and like share my knowledge of especially intellectual property in sport and traditional knowledge and geographical indication that I learned. I think one of my favorite and loved mentors was Mrs. Omotayo Alimeru. She was really good when she gave us that class on very interesting. My thanks to Mr. Williams for always being there, giving us update and all. Thank you very much, Jiipcc. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to learn. I really appreciate it. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Fatima. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it warms our hearts to hear you say those nice words. One more time, thank you so much, Mr. Solomon. You know, sir, that it's no hype. You're simply amazing. You're a fantastic mentor. I heard you always talk about wine and dinner. So I'm going to hold you to that. Good thing is there's nothing bad with learning and eating at the same time. Thank you so much. And thank you for always answering the call to passing on the knowledge. Okay, our time is fast spent. Fast spent. So we'll take the few mentees, we see their hands up. So the quicker you get your hands up, the quicker we can get you to speak. If we're done with the hands we have up, that'll be all for this quarter and for the closing ceremony today. Okay, I see a hand up. That's Oluwabenga Michael Adeyeye. Good evening, Benga.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Oluwabenga Michael Adeyeye, a fourth-year law student of Lagos State University. And for me, the Jiipcc virtual internship and mentorship series has been.
I'm sorry, Benga. Sorry, Benga, please. If you're in a good place, can you turn on your camera? Let's see your faces, please. Please, mentees, if you're going to speak, please do turn on your cameras if you can. But Michael, in the event
can you see me? Can anybody see me?
Yes, we can see you, and you look very handsome. Yes, let's see the face of the nice Jiipcc mentee.
Okay. So what was I? Okay, yes. So I'm Oluwabenga Michael Adeyeye, the fourth-year law student of Lagos State University. And my experience with the Jiipcc virtual internship and mentorship series has been exceptional. My favorite mentor is Mr. Solomon Kedara, since I'm a member of the data privacy and protection cohort. The reason why I decided to participate in the internship and mentorship series was actually a friend, and also I was inclined to apply because I saw a flyer with Mr. Solomon Kedara's picture on it, because I just wanted to tap directly from from his well of knowledge. So my future plans are basically to use what I've learned in Jiipcc to, like build a forte for myself. I plan to establish myself in not just data privacy, but probably tech and the application of law in tech, basically. My initial intention was to focus primarily on data privacy, But then a particular splinter session that was hosted with Professor Salazar discussing the ethical aspects of AI development actually piqued my interest. So I plan to expand the scope of my research to cover that as well. So, like I said, I just plan to establish myself, much like the professionals that have taken us through this mentorship series. And I appreciate Jiipcc and the mentors and my teammates for making it a memorable experience. Thank you all.
Thank you, Benga, for that. Thank you so much. We're happy that Jiipcc was able to offer value at its peak to you. And of course, you have future plans already, meaning that you're not just going to end at the learning process. You're ready to implement whatever you've learned this 6 weeks. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll be calling on another mentee, Oluwabokumi Abraham. Please pardon me if I pronounced your name wrongly.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah, the name was a bit of a butcher. It's Oluwabukumi or Bukumi, but yeah.
I'm so
Just get
sorry.
out the way. No, that's okay. I'm really grateful to Jiipcc. I'm a recent graduate of university. I studied law. By God's grace, I'm going to law school next year. And I saw the Jiipcc ad on LinkedIn, and I think I had applied for the 3rd quarter, but I didn't get any response back. So I applied again. Oh, sorry. My thing muted. So yeah, I didn't get any response back. So I applied again, and I had class, and I really have to say that it was so informative, and I really did enjoy it. I had a bit of a tough time because when I first started studying law, I really wanted to. Then I'm like in 200 level, 300 level, I'm like, it's not what I thought. I didn't sign up for this. But yeah, I started learning like about the different types of law there are. And whilst I was doing my final year project, I think I was opened up to sports law and entertainment law. So it was really, really amazing to have the opportunity to learn from the mentors that came, because they were so good. Like having people who are so good in their field, in this field, coming to like teach you the basics and like the practical knowledge of how things operate is always really a good time. So I was very grateful for that. And also my favorite mentor was Mrs. Zerona. Mrs. Zerona, I think her surname is Phillips. I hope I don't get that wrong. She taught us film business and TV. Yeah. And I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but I really enjoyed that. Her and the fashion business and law mentors. Those are my those were my top 2 classes of the entire thing. So yeah, I'm really grateful. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm going to recommend Jiipcc for sure, because really I believe that my knowledge has grown a lot in these fields, and it didn't stop with like the parts of the things they told us to research. I went beyond that, and I found out that there's just so much more. And even from yesterday, we had the African Continental Free Trade Area class, and they said that you should focus more on solutions. And I recognize that one thing about all the mentors that came is that whenever they would like give you the inside scoop on the situation in practice of the country, they would always talk about the problems and then what possible solutions could be. So yeah, that's also another thing I really, really appreciated from all of them. So yeah, thank you very much to all the Jiipcc coordinators, and also Mr. Dennis Williams. He's like the main guy that was always he was just always there, and it was very easy to talk to him. Like if you had a problem, I would always text and he'd be willing to respond and be very understanding. So yeah, thank you all very much. Very grateful for the opportunity.
Ooh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bukumi, sorry. Thank you, and good luck in the law school. You said something that I think I also went through that quagmire during my time in the uni. By your year 3 in the LLB program, you begin to ask yourself, do I really want to complete this law program? Because it just dawns on you. Anyway, thank God you rounded off, and thank you for choosing Jiipcc and for the knowledge you've garnered from Jiipcc. Okay, so I think the last hand we can see here, again, our time is fast spent. So I think, except by some miracle, we take another mentee, or maybe for the last time tonight, let's welcome our mentee, Torichukwu. Hello, Torichukwu. Good evening.
Good evening. Good
How are you
evening,
doing? How
everyone.
are you doing? Good evening.
My day is going fine. Okay. So sorry. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Okenwachi Victory. I'm a mentee at the Jiipcc mentorship program. I registered under the entertainment business and law sector. The program has really been educative for me, especially the topic on fashion law and business, because I've always been this what do you call it? Okay, I got into entertainment law based on the fact that yes, I wanted to go into the entertainment industry, but my mom was this kind of person that is like, no, no daughter of mine is going to become an actress, no daughter of mine is going to become a singer or whatever. So when I started studying law, I said channel that energy like for the love of the entertainment industry into the legal aspect of everything. So I got into some contacts, made some friends, and I was advised that for me to go into the entertainment industry, I had to first of all start up with intellectual property. And along the line, I went up with intellectual property and it was going so well for me. But later on, I kind of know that while still going with intellectual property to a very large extent, I have still kind of like what I call it deviated from the main entertainment law stuff because I really just knew mostly intellectual property and nothing more of the entertainment industry aside of the intellectual property rights that are involved in it. So when I saw this Jiipcc mentorship stuff on LinkedIn, I was really glad to like apply because I believe it was going to give me a platform to know more. And indeed, I'm really grateful because, yeah, now when I'm doing my researches, I have this guideline as okay, these are the things you look out for, and these are the things you not look out for. In my discussions with friends out there that are into the entertainment industry, I can be able to give them advices. Like even in my especially my conversation with my roommate, because my roommate happens to be a theater art student, when she during the course of this GIPC program, I was able to understand a lot of things that she was saying regarding their faculty and the activities they do as entertainers. And I was also able to interpret a lot of legal issues that were involved in it for her. And I think that was like the standing point for me. My favorite topic there happens to be fashion business and law because it was kind of like, the fashion industry became like a recent interest for me. And I really like the fact that I got to be part of that week's topic because I had a platform of which I could go on for further searches aside that which was given to me by the mentors, Ma Alemero and Benis Asian. So yeah, that's perfectly. My favorite mentor is Mashukrat Amusa. I really loved how interactive and lively her session was, coupled with the whole slides. They were real colorful and descriptive. And I love the connections I was able to meet out here during because of this program. We had the likes of Tolu and Essie and Mr. Emmanuel. Those are people who helped me out. And okay, so I wasn't able to meet up with this program. They were able to like, okay, don't worry, I'll fill in here for you. I didn't get these. They were able to explain it for me. And even in the course of everything, we've had really awesome interactions. And I'm really grateful I got to be part of this program. I got to meet them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you've been able to. This mentorship program is not just a mentorship program for you. It's more like pursuing your dreams and visions and all that. And we're happy Jiipcc was able to do that for you. Little I know about entertainment law, I'll just advise that you reach out on LinkedIn to various entertainment lawyers and all that. The last time I checked, I had a friend who was interested in fashion law. So, and around me here, like most people's interest is IT, It's very rare to hear people.
Sorry, we can't really hear you, Delight.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better.
Oh, so sorry. I was saying that I'm so happy that Jiipcc was able to, help you achieve your goals. It wasn't just a program for you. It was more like a channel or a source for you to tap and boost on developing as regards your visions for yourself. And as I said, I'll reiterate my point that you should not just end here, because this is not just a program that you just wanted to gain knowledge. You did it because, oh, this is your vision. So I was telling you about a friend of mine here that is interested in fashion law too, and she was able to reach out to some people. Mind you, I'm a student at UNN. To reach out to some people, I think can reach out to Simisola Adesanya on LinkedIn. She's an upcoming fashion lawyer. Yeah. So these are people that will help you through the threads of fashion law. That's the little I know about that. Okay. Thank you so much, the awesome mentees and the most wonderful mentors, for this closing ceremony today. Thank you for making it as engaging as possible. And to my most awesome moderator, God's love, I'm very grateful. Okay, before we end this session, I would like to invite Mr. Dennis Williams for his closing remarks.
All right, thank you very much, Delight, for everything that you said. You and God's love have done a very, very wonderful job, and I want to say well done to every mentee that was able to make it here on call. To also our mentors, I want to say thank you, a big thank you. Right, this has just been able to work because of the collaborative efforts between both mentees and the mentors. Our mentors have spared their time out of busy schedules. You can imagine we have mentors from all over the world joining us to come and make sure that we have a more insightful knowledge into the different courses that we applied for. And I know all our mentees have been able to learn a lot. They've been able to learn a lot from the testimonies that they have shared. It's just wonderful, and it's amazing to see that we are able to pass this knowledge and we're able to do this, and we hope to do more. We're calling it a close on the ceremony, but we are not altogether parting ways. We are still a part of the family. You are still a part of the Jiipcc family, and we indulge you to still join us for further and more courses moving forward. Thank you to my colleagues, Mr. Hussein, to Amina, to Mr. Joe, to Miss Juliana, to our moderators, to Delight, to God's love. You guys have been awesome. You've made this quarter like very, very memorable. And I want to say a very, very big thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to our mentors. Thank you to our mentees. We look forward to having our mentees come back in other sections, in other quarters, to come and still learn more from other courses. You can broaden your span of knowledge. You shouldn't just limit it to maybe just area of interest that you have, but you can also learn from every other course, right? You can take more courses, you can engage more, and I'm sure it will be a wonderful time. So in closing, I just want to again say thank you. We will miss you, right? Getting to daily engage with you guys, but I'm sure we'll still be able to connect. You can still reach out to me, you can still reach out to any member of the Jiipcc team, and we'll do well to help in any way that we can. So thank you once again, and I'll be handing over to our moderators, Delight and God's love, so that they can officially close the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dennis. It's been amazing. The one thing I love about you is your attention to details and how well you can always reach out to check up. It's been really, really amazing. God, Delight, it's been so fun doing this with you. You made this worthwhile. Thank you so much, Delight. Hope it was fun doing this.
Thank you, God's love. I promise I'm not blushing.
No, that's the Jiipcc effect anyway. So thank you so much to all our mentees who made it through the closing ceremony. Thank you to all our mentors. Thank you so much. Delight, any last words?
I'll just end with what our mentors kept on saying. Please go out, network, try to reach out to people as you can. I think they will add the mentees to an alumni group. Try to reach out to as much people as you can reach out to. And please don't just end whatever you learned here. Knowledge transformation. I'm going to sound like Aspire to Maguire, but yeah, something like that. You get.
Thank you so much, Delight. So, mentees, do not forget, Jiipcc is a training ground to push you to the future. If you're not using this knowledge to ever monetize this knowledge or use it to make better the world around you, then you are not being a better Jiipcc ambassador. Take control of your world, be the best you can be, collaborate, and at the end of the day, sip wine and have dinner, as Mr. Okeda has said. My name is Gaslam Kamalo, and it was nice doing this with the beautiful
Delight Chidi.
Okay, from us, have a very wonderful evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.